I'm CRICCI, and I'm back home in LA and ready to show you more cosplay stuff. Today we're gonna look at my Batgirl costume, specifically Batgirl of Burnside. This is she. I chose her because I think she's a cool character. I like the fact that she's young and hip and she wears all leather, not spandex. Today we're going to be taking a look at how I made the jacket. I chose to buy the base of the jacket because I didn't have time to make my own. I made this entire costume in 13 days. Mental. The jacket I bought from Amazon. I'll leave the link below if it's still available. The image I used to make the stencil for the Batgirl logo, I've made myself on Photoshop. I will leave the link below in case you want to use it too. Making this jacket took 7.5 hours. Not too bad. Remember, if I can do it, you can do it. And now, let's see what I made. I chose this jacket because I thought the color was going to be pretty easy to match. I also loved a lot of the details like the neckline and the button, the seam along the side, and the pockets, which I thought matched Bab's jacket very well. The paint I'm using, like the jacket I got from Amazon, it's the Angelus leather paint. I'm just using it the way it comes out of the bottle with this sponge brush. Yay! I'm using the color purple, and I will leave a link to where you can find it in the description. I had forgotten to cover up my dress form, so I grabbed a piece of leftover plastic sheet and I pinned it all around the dress form in what I call my plastic gown, so that the dress form itself would be protected from paint and I wouldn't have to pay so much attention when I was painting the edges of the jacket. Now back to the painting itself. Like you saw, I just poured the paint in a plastic plate and then I smother it all over the jacket with my brush. When I was painting around all the little details like the button at the top or all of the zippers, I switched to a smaller brush so that I could have a little bit more control over the amount of paint that I was putting on and I wouldn't have to pay so much attention not to get those dirty. And here I keep going over and over and over and around the jacket until the very first layer of paint is applied. As you can see, there's a lot of seams and a lot of panels, so I'm making sure that I'm applying the paint very thoroughly to cover any threads or any crevices or any bends in the leather. Fake leather, that is. As you can see, the first layer of paint is already doing a pretty good job, and I'm really happy that I decided to paint over blue. Oh, here comes Fano, my prince. Cute. Well, anyway, I'm really happy that I decided to paint over blue rather than a white or a cream color, which I actually considered for a little bit, because I think over white or cream, I would have had to use a lot more paint. And this is what the jacket looks like after the first coat of paint. I think the color took pretty well, but there was still a little blue undertone, so I went over it once more. Second coat, here we go. Oopsie. Like I said, I didn't want to pay too much attention, but I still had to pay some. Evidently, I didn't hear, so I got a little bit of the zipper dirty. But as you saw, I just grabbed a piece of dry paper towel and just rubbed it over it, and the paint came right off. Now I'm painting the inside of the jacket that no one will ever see, like the obsessive OCD person that I am. But I figured, heck, go big or go home, right? I finished a third layer of paint over the dress form, cleaning up a bit of mess that I kept making here, as you can see. And then I moved the jacket flat on my table. I protected it with the same plastic from my gown, and then I painted the underarms and the sides with 3 more layers of paint to match the rest of the jacket. And here comes Roxy, who helped me assemble the jacket and the cape. Just wait and see. Ooh. Here is some random modeling for ya. Ooh, get it? here comes the cape. Now for installing the cape on, we're trying to figure out where we want the pieces to lay on the jacket in terms of height and orientation, and in terms of making the back of the cape overlap nicely with the neckline of the jacket. Roxy's taking a good look, she's assessing the situation, she does some little minor adjustments, and then with the red permanent marker, she's making 2 dots on each side where we want the buttons to lay on the jacket. There! Now I'm putting pins through the marks that she's made on the jacket. The pins are gonna help me in installing the snaps that I will use to attach the cape to the jacket. And here's the snap fastening toolkit that I'm using for the first time, and you can see me read the instructions. And actually, I put the pins backwards. As you can see, I'm turning them around because it's easier to do it if the pin head is on the inside of the garment. And you'll see why in a second. This is the snap fastening tool I've loaded with half of the snap, and I'm using the pointy end of the pin to line up the snap exactly with the marks we had made on the jacket. I'm trying to be as precise as I can here, very delicate situation. Now I've rolled up the edge of the jacket inside the fastening tool, and here's where having that pin flipped really helps out. I use it to match up the second half of the snap, and then I slip it out and close the tool on top. And here comes Roxy that will smash it like a mad woman. It's not really necessary to hammer on it so hard, but we were having fun here, so we went with the flow.
You did it! You did it! Fantastic!
Okay.
Okay, that's good.
We were really happy that we were successful in installing the first snap because that was our first time doing it ever. And this is me doing it the second time. I'm just making sure that the second button lines up, and I'm repeating the entire process. Except this time there is a lot more fabric to cram into the tool. But also a lot more fun to be had.
No, che sta fa?
Ho preso in mano la situazione.
Sei pronta?
Vai.
Non muovi le mani.
Like I said, Roxy really enjoyed smashing that thing. But hey, 2 great snaps installations in a row. And just like that, the cape's on.
Mantello. Woo! Baby, she did it! Celebration!
We did it!
It's fantastic.
Mango Siren! Hey! Before you assume that that is not nice, in Italy we also mean it as a gesture of appreciation, like a, yeah, I did it! As you may know, Mango Siren made this costume way before me, and when she did, I thought to myself, one day. And that day has come. Therefore, Mango Siren! Yeah, I did it! Back to what I'm trying to show you. The jacket wasn't necessarily tailored to perfection, and it was a little wide, for example, on the arms. So I measured about 1 inch inwards on each sleeve, marked that with safety pins, then drew a line over the safety pins, and I used that line to sew a seam to make the sleeve snugger. So profesh. And now I'm working on the Bat logo. Like I said, I couldn't find any Bat logos online that resembled the one that Batgirl of Burnside wears, so I made my own on Photoshop. I printed it out and then I transferred it on cardboard. Then I made it into a cutout on the cardboard to use it as a stencil on the jacket. I've lined it up very meticulously to make sure it was straight, tacked it down with paper tape, and used some weights for extra secureness. Then I'm going in again with the Angelus Leather Paint brand, this time in color Thunder Yellow. I got this from Amazon as well, and the link to it will be below, and applied it with a small sponge brush. First coat done. Second coat done. There! The third coat took a little longer. Yay! Removal. I'm carefully peeling off the tape to reveal the logo. Oh my god! That seriously gave me a heart attack. But I didn't lose it. I grabbed a cotton swab real fast, put some water on it, and then I refined the edges. As you see, it's working! There's hope yet. The paint actually came off really easily as it was still wet. There's a lot of latitude for mistakes with this product. At this point, I took a very small brush and I went in with a little more of the Thunder Yellow to refine the edges and make it perfect. That took a lot of concentration, but all in all, it was easy and a really good save. Because I'm an obsessive OCD person, like we've said, I also went over it again with the color purple just to clean out the lines. And here we go! Batgirl of Burnside. Leave a comment if you think I look even remotely comparable to Mango Cyrene. And I will love you forever! Hit the thumb up if you like this video and subscribe for more dark nitrous fun. Happy cosplay!